Now, this one's an important update that we are bringing for our viewers as government sources have informed us on ISIS bomber that was detained in Russia. Now, India is in touch with Moscow. In fact, the National Investigative Agency will be probing the matter, but the center is waiting for Moscow to hand over the evidence to India. This is the latest that we are bringing for our viewers. Remember, this was the ISIS bomber that was detained in Russia. He was coming from Turkey, and his entire modus operandi was to attack a top BJP leader right here in India. The route that he'd taken was from Turkey via Russia was when he was going to India, and now we are being told that India is in fact in touch with Moscow. Arunima, my colleague, is joining me for all the latest on this big story. Yes, Arunima, over to you.
So the National Investigation Agency, the Anti-Terror Agency of India, will be the nodal agency once formally the probe begins. But at this stage, what officials are telling us is that even though they have heard from Russia informally, formal sharing of evidence is something that is being awaited. There are a few, points that would require, to proceed with what would require in terms of is to know whether he had been granted a visa or not. He was trying for an Indian visa. That was the route he wanted to take. And there are also questions of whether he was trying to move in via a neighboring country and then enter India. The third most important question is
we seem to have lost that link with Arunima. We'll try and reconnect, but this is a big update that we are getting right here on CNN News 18 that ISIS bomber who was in fact detained in Russia, currently India is in touch with Moscow regarding procuring his detention. In fact, NIA will be probing this entire matter, but India is awaiting for more evidences to be handed over to India by Moscow. This is the latest update. NIA to probe this entire matter. Remember, this was a big terror plot that was busted. There was this video that we are playing out for our viewers where the ISIS bomber on your screens at the moment had really agreed that there was a plot to go ahead and target a top BJP functionary in India, and this, of course, was foiled because of his detention by Russians. Arunima is back with me on the broadcast. Yes, Arunima, you were saying.
Yes, so what I was telling you is that, informally, India and Moscow have been in touch. There have been inputs received that, this person of Uzbeki origin who was recruited from Turkey as a suicide bomber to carry out a mission here in India. But the formal probe will begin only after there is a formal sharing of evidence. NIA will be the nodal agency in this particular case once probe begins. The starting point will be if he was applying for an Indian visa, who were the people who were giving him logistical support, people who were already in custody in various cases where they the sleeper cell. There have been raids carried out in the last 2 weeks. Those who have been raided are also being looked at afresh.
Okay. Arunima, there was also a detailed mention of a handler in India that this particular ISIS bomber was supposed to be meeting. Do we have any details on what is the investigative agency trying to do on that front when it comes to nabbing the sleeper cells, or for that matter, the people who are probably wanting to target things here in the country to nab them? What is happening on that account?
Yes, so that is why, anti-terror squads across the country have carried out searches in the last 2 weeks. About 35 places were raided, could be more, but at least 35. And those who are already in custody in various ISIS-related cases, custody of NIA, in judicial custody, those are all people who are being looked at to see who are these sleeper cells who were trying to help this Uzbeki national. That is also the starting point of the probe at the moment. But all this will formally take off only once an FIR has been registered and the legal formalities have been completed. Like I said, NIA will be the nodal agency in that case, but formal paperwork is awaited.
All right, Arunima, thank you so much for joining me with all those details there. Important update that my colleague Arunima was bringing, where India right now is in touch with Moscow regarding the formal handling of all the evidence when it comes to this ISIS bomber who was nabbed in Russia.